Almost a decade inside that notorious prison, growing from a boy to a man.
I think there was some concern that perhaps he would be radicalized even more so inside Guantanamo, but I don't remember any evidence that really indicated that.
Omar Khadr was kept at Guantanamo Bay under very adverse and some would say troubling conditions.
Give the kid a chance to tell us, and he has a responsibility to do that, what he has to say, how he feels, and what he stands for.
That's the consensus media. That's Omar Khadr Incorporated. That's a celebrity terrorist. Sergeant Morris, we just showed clips from our leading television networks in Canada, the CBC and CTV, but it's the same almost everywhere. The Toronto Star, the Globe and Mail, even the National Post. Every media outlet except for the Sun Media and the Sun News Network has bought the official narrative. You heard the phrases. He's a boy. He's a child. He was mistreated in the notorious Al-Qaeda. Give the boy a chance. He may have been radical. Such disinformation, but it's not even facts anymore. It's spin. What the hell is wrong with the disconnect between the facts you've just told us and the way it's reported in my country?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, Omar Khadr, he doesn't have supporters. He's got groupies. It's just so far beyond what would be any kind of unbiased reporting and position taking by the media that it's, I don't understand it.
Now, I follow this story closely. I've written a book, as you know, about it, The Enemy Within. I have a chapter on the media love. I mentioned that Judy Rebick, a Canadian feminist, compared him to Nelson Mandela. He truly has groupies. Many of them are mature women who it almost seems like they want a jailhouse marriage or something. I want to ask you, how many media inquiries? I saw you do a CBC interview several years ago. I'll give them credit for talking to you once. How often do you get interviewed about the facts that day in Coast Afghanistan from the Canadian media?
Not very often. I get asked for my opinion a lot, and maybe that's why I don't get asked very much anymore, is because I'm willing to give my opinion, and so often that goes against what is the direction that the story eventually takes.
Do you recall if you've ever appeared on the CBC? Sorry, you have once on the CBC. Do you recall if you've ever appeared on CTV or Global News? Do those channels ring a bell? Even in the last year, tell me.
I think I've had requests from those organizations here just recently. I mean, that's about it.
Okay, well, it's good that they're finally coming around. I can assure you, Omar Khadr's PR men are in the news every single day. I want to ask you what you think is wrong with a liberal press that celebrates, you know, the secular freedom of Canada and the United States. In many cases, things that are abhorrent to Sharia law and jihadists. Women uncovered, gay men, you know, a luxurious Western lifestyle. People who Omar Khadr would despise. What would make these liberals show a true personal affection for him? I don't understand why people who Omar Khadr would kill, they want to save Khadr.
Well, you know, I think Omar Khadr himself has said so very little. I mean, in the trial, he made one statement that was just a generic, non-emotional, just a simple statement that didn't refute anything. So Omar Khadr, he's, I think, a case where it's very easy to put whatever attitudes or any attributes you want. Omar Khadr is like a sponge for these people so that they can label him any way they want and give him whatever attributes he wants. In a lot of ways, he's a good politician. He sits back and says nothing and just lets people ascribe to him whatever it is they want.
Yeah, that's an outstanding point. In Guantanamo Bay, he studied the Quran so dutifully, he memorized the entire book. And yet, an English teacher in Edmonton says, oh, he truly and deeply loves Shakespeare. That's what she wants to believe. And Judy Rebick, the feminist, believes he's like Nelson Mandela because that's what she wants to believe. And Craig Oliver wants to believe he's a little boy. Do you think that he will be able to keep up this facade if he's released and a microphone is put in front of him? How much of a manipulator is he? Dr. Wellner says that Al-Qaeda and Omar Khadr understand the PR game and actually look at the media as Al-Qaeda assets. Do you think Omar Khadr is that savvy?
I think he's become that savvy. He's had 10 years, and I'm sure he sits back in amused awe at these people ascribing these attitudes and positions to him when he's made no such statements. I think it tickles him to death. And I think he's great at media manipulation, and he doesn't have to do much to do it.